Hello and welcome to 2026. I'm hoping it will be a big year and not like last year when I didn't do a whole lot. I haven't posted the videos yet. I did go to KatsuCon, we went to Epic Universe, and we did like a little mini trip to Virginia Beach, so all of that is going to come out soon. So in order to help with my 2026 goals, I have made a 2026 bingo. I hope this is not super crunchy on the mic because this is the first time I'm using it and I turned it up a lot. So number one on here, we have cabin trip. I have wanted to go out to like a cabin since we're near Shenandoah for a while. Didn't quite work out last year. I'm hoping this year we'll be able to do it, but we also have an entire mountain range that we can go out in. I'd really like to go back up to New Hampshire and do the cog train. We'll see what happens. Number two on here is make 12 YouTube shorts, since I didn't do so well at posting them last year like I had wanted to do. And number three on here is go skydiving. One of my friends who I went to Universal with, Anna, she texted me at probably 4 in the afternoon, was like, hey, you wanna go skydiving? And I knew she didn't mean right there and then, but I said, no, it's kind of late in the day, I don't wanna go. And she has not brought it up since. So, well, it's also January, so I don't know how many skydiving schools are open right now, but that's something you could do later in the year. That'll only take a day. But there's one in Richmond, I think, and Virginia Beach, which is pretty close. Then on to number 4, go camping. I have a lot of very expensive hiking equipment that I have for my thru hike, and it's just been sitting in my closet doing nothing since, what year did I do it? 2022? 2023 maybe, because I did the little Shenandoah thing, but it's not been doing anything, it's just collecting dust. Kind of sad since I spent a lot of money on it and I spent a lot of time using it. I've kind of been too tired to go out because my job is varying schedule from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. and I am way too tired to do anything on my day off. I don't want to go out and hike or camp or anything. I want to stay at home and do nothing. Last one on this row, 1,000 subscribers. I hope this is not backwards when I post it. This is gonna be really embarrassing. So 1,000, I've been stuck at 500 something since my thru hike. Going back to a moment ago, I'm too tired to do anything. I said I was gonna go out and hike this year. I did not. I wanted to go pick, what are they called? Wineberries? Because I discovered them on my hike. They are the most delicious berry I have ever had. Did not do that this year. Very disappointed. On to the next row. Up first, we have plan a 2027 trip. This is getting a little ahead of myself, but I would really like to be able to do a international trip next year. I have one that I want to do this year that is on this bingo card, and I'll talk about it when we get there. I have a friend who wants to go to Paris. I don't really want to go to Paris because I've been there before and it wasn't that great, but I would be willing to go back. And then she also wants to go to Thailand. Her mom is from Thailand, so she wants to go back because she's never been there. I don't think she's been anywhere internationally. I've heard it's a good place for beginner world travelers to go, and I would just really like to go somewhere. Up next, take dogs hiking. I've got 2 little paw prints. We have 2 dogs and then we have my grandma's 2 dogs. So I can take, I don't know if Boomer would really be able to go hike for a while. He's a little bit overweight, but he is losing the weight. I know our girls would really enjoy it. Archie would probably enjoy it too. But he is going to be getting cancer treatment for the next 4 months because he has lymphoma. Up next is new job. I do not like my job. I'm in retail right now. I hate it. I don't like the rotating schedule. I don't like that it's anywhere from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. I don't want to be out at 10 p.m. I want to be at home doing something or sleeping. I think it would also be really beneficial for me to have some kind of sleep schedule, because right now I can't have that. Since I don't want to wake up at 6:30 every morning, especially when I have to stay up until 11 since it takes me a while to get home and then get ready for bed. Up next, we have read 5 books. Last year, I read a lot of manga. I've been watching The Apothecary Diaries. I finished Attack on Titan, and I finally finished Demon Slayer, so I want to read the manga for them now. But since those are really short, easy reads, I'm not counting them as part of the books. I have read the first 5 light novels for the Apothecary Diaries, and I really enjoyed those. I'm not sure how many books I read last year. I'd have to go look at my Libby app. I feel like I probably read more than 5 though. 5 seems like an achievable goal since I want to kind of have a mix of achievable and maybe not quite so achievable. Then for the last one on this row, I have take a class. I have a little pot on here, but I would be willing to take kind of any kind of class. I thought that something like trapeze would be really interesting. I know there's some schools probably about an hour and a half away from me that do it, but it doesn't need to be something quite that dramatic like a circus act. It could also be a dance class or like some kind of pottery class. I just want to learn something new this year. Moving on to the next row, I have learn a language. I'm using this one kind of loosely because it takes years to actually master a language. If I could have a simple conversation or, you know, hear something and go, oh, I know what that means, then I would kind of consider this one checked off. Up next, we have shrimp tank. I saw this on TikTok a while ago and I thought it would be really fun because I already have one fish tank in my room. It has white cloud minnows in it, but shrimp, according to what I've read, are fairly easy to take care of as long as you get the parameters right. I had originally wanted to take a 29-gallon tank that we had and kind of strip it and redo the seals because they're falling apart, but I'm kind of scared to do that because I don't want it to fall apart. But since the seals are already kind of ripping off, it's going to be difficult to use it anyway. So I could go for that, or I don't know if they can live with minnows, but that might be another option. I'd have to look into it. And then in the middle, we have the classic free space, birthday. This one, pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. I reach my birthday and then I get to check it off. And then next to birthday, we have farmer's market. So every year I'm like, I want to go to the farmer's market. I want to see what they have, maybe buy some stuff. In college, we had a weekly farmer's market and we would walk down to the center of campus and have a look around and see what people were selling, which was really nice and fun. Sometimes we would buy stuff, sometimes we wouldn't, but I would really like to go visit one again because I think they are really fun to visit. Up next, we have train adventure. I have been looking at the different places that Amtrak goes and it seems like they have kind of routes planned out already. Like they have the California Zephyr. It starts in Chicago and ends in somewhere in California, but you can get on anywhere in between those 2 points and it takes you over the Rocky Mountains, which I've not seen up close. I've flown over them when we went to Seattle. However, I'd really love to see them because it's very different when you're in the air versus when you're on the ground. And depending on if that's the route I do, I might be able to do a little hiking out there. Second to last row, we have crochet project. My sister bought me these really nice, like ergonomic crochet hooks for Christmas last year. And I have not put them to any use so far. So I would like to be able to use them since they're just sitting and collecting dust. And if they're gonna do that, I might as well not have them. But this can be any size project. I can make those little ducks that I crochet for cruise ships, or I can try to make something a little bigger like a hat. Just anything to get a little crocheting in. Next to crochet project, we have move out. So I had originally been living in Florida and working at Disney, as you may know, and I had expected that to be my career for a long time. However, because of COVID, I was laid off and I moved back home. I did not think I would still be living here in 2026. And as much as I appreciate them letting me live here, I would really like to be able to move out again. That kind of goes along with the new job thing because the area that we live in has a lot of retail jobs, but it doesn't have a lot of like office kind of jobs, which is more what I'm looking for right now. Next to that, we have visit national park. This has to be a new national park. I have been to 2 out of the, I believe, 63 national parks in the US, Shenandoah and Great Smoky Mountains. So it would be really nice to be able to add a 3rd one to the list because I would eventually like to be able to go to all of them. A lot of them are concentrated on the West Coast. So if I did do a train thing, I might be able to hit a few of them out there, but it all just really depends on the other things that I'm doing at the moment. Up next, we have beach trip. My friends from the area that I live in now did get out to Virginia Beach this year. One of my friends suggested we go to Puerto Rico because they have the bioluminescent beaches. I want to say what the best one in the world is called Mosquito Bay. We'd have to fly down to Puerto Rico and then either take a ferry or a boat over to a smaller island, and that is where the beach is. But I think it would be really fun to go down there. I've been to Puerto Rico before because I've been on cruises, but I've never stayed there overnight. Up next, we have make 6 Instagram posts. So I am not good at updating Instagram. I have kind of fallen off. I don't even know what the last post I made about my hike was. I think it's back in like September of 2022 probably. So I'm really far behind on that. I'm hoping to be able to post it all eventually, but we'll see. That's why it's one of my bingo cards. Finally, on the last row, this is getting kind of hard to hold. So up first we have Japan trip. So my friends from college, or at least one of them, Michelle, has also expressed an interest in going to Japan. We were thinking September would be a good month to go with everything else going on. However, I've been reading that it's typhoon season and it can also be kind of hot in September, so we will need to do a little more research into that before we book anything. But I'm really excited to go. I've been getting a lot of TikToks about things to do in Japan. We'd probably just hit the big 3, Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto. Maybe do a little day trip here and there. I'd like to go for 2 weeks because I don't feel like flying 14 hours or whatever it is out there and then flying 14 hours back. But I know she only wants to do like a week out there. Up next, we have declutter. I've been working on this one for years, and I think if I can move out, it'll help with that because I'll have to look through everything I have and get rid of stuff. I have a lot of sentimentality with a lot of stuff I own, which is why I still have it. But I think if I can move out and look at stuff and go, oh, I don't really need this anymore. I don't know if you've watched the Marie Kondo Netflix special where she's like, oh, you know, this had a lot of sentimentality, now thank it and send it on its way. I think that's kind of helped a little bit, but I still have a long way to go. And third to last, I have full-size bed. So right now I have a twin bed and the mattress is probably about 10 years old. And it's starting to feel that way because everything hurts when I wake up. But it would be really nice to have something slightly bigger, but not, I don't think I need a queen size because whenever I stay in a hotel and I have the queen size bed, I'm like, there's so much space in here. Like, I do not need all this. But sometimes shrimp and shark and stingray sleep in the bed and they get in fights with each other, and maybe that would help them not fight each other, but probably not because they're all mortal enemies. Second to last, visit state park. So the Appalachian Trail goes through many state parks over the course of the trail. Sky Meadow is the only one I can think of right now and is one of the ones that is fairly close to me. This would have to be a new state park since I have already been to that one, which shouldn't be that hard to do because I think Virginia has a lot of them. That'll probably be something that can be another day trip, maybe a weekend, get a little bit of hiking in. Probably won't take the dogs, but it would maybe go camping. We'll see. And finally, the last one on here, make a t-shirt quilt. I have been working, quote unquote, working on making a t-shirt quilt. The only thing I've done up until now is kind of cut the shirts up and glue some of the interfacing onto the back of it. I was gifted a heat press one year for Christmas, which should make that faster. However, I do think I need to get a serger. The sewing machine I have right now isn't very good and it jams a lot. It's from Brother. I think it was probably from Walmart or something. It's not like a top of the line one. I have to sit down and look at everything I have and figure out what I actually need to do to finish these quilts that I've been working on for, I don't know, probably the last 10 years as well. So this is my full bingo card. I made this using Canva and the ink looks kind of terrible because our printer decided to run out of ink. But I just chose a little graphic for each one, and when I accomplish them, I will color it in all the way, and then I don't know what the prize will be if I get a bingo. I think I should be allowed to bite a customer, but we'll see. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.